Hi guys, welcome back to stblazeymodelworld. I'm Roger. If you're a new viewer, welcome to the channel. You're going to learn a hell of a lot about scale model making. If you're a returning viewer, guys, I'm sorry, I've been away for quite a long time, as many of you know. I'm not going to go into all the detail about it, but the circumstances behind all of that were a really close personal bereavement, and some of you know it and some of you don't, but it is, we are where we are. In this video, I'd just like to talk to you a little bit about what's coming up on the channel over the next couple of weeks, because as I've slowly come back to YouTube, I've been producing and manufacturing and making a whole load of videos about a whole range of topics on scale model making, some of which you'll have seen before on other channels, but I want to bring my point of view to you, the viewer, and we're gonna explore some of those. I've also been experimenting with some new ideas and new topics, and most excitingly of all, my 00 gauge model railway, which you never see on this channel, just because I keep it personal, lives up there in the loft, is being moved, and you're going to see all of that. And in the process, we're not only going to move it, we're going to convert it from DC to DCC. How will that go? Well, let's find out. It's going to be a journey. If you're not already a subscriber to the channel, just hit the little subscribe button below, and if you hit the bell icon as well, you can get personalized alerts as to when we release the next video. So let's crack on. Let's have a look at what's coming up. So first of all, in the move of the 00 gauge layout from the loft to our new premises, we're going to convert from DC to DCC. What's that going to involve? Well, a whole load of modifications to some pico points. These are around, there's plenty of videos on these all around YouTube, but I just want to give you a personal perspective of what it's like to do it in the past, as it were, because many modelers still have DC layouts and they're intimidated a little bit by converting to DCC. It isn't going to be that bad. What will that involve? Well, obviously it's going to involve a whole load of wiring, power droppers, we've got to wire frogs, we've got to move all sorts of things, we've got to remove springs. There's a whole lot going on. We're also going to fit some of these evergreen strips, and if you're not familiar with this product, you soon will be if you stay tuned to the channel and subscribe, because I'm going to talk a little bit about how they help improve your pico points, or any points for that matter, actually, where slippage can occur. And it doesn't really look much of a product in the packet, does it? But believe you me, it's going to make a difference. Moving on, of course, from our wiring, we are going to need solder. And for the first time, I'm going to actually use some liquid flux to go with my solder, even though the solder that I use does have a flux element in it. I'm just curious to see whether or not liquid flux makes any difference. So we're going to do that. We are also going to rebuild my version of Newquay railway station at the Great Western Railway. And to that end, I've already purchased Pico Line Side 00HO LK205 GWR wooden station building. This is laser cut wood, and it's the nearest thing I could find to the building that was at Newquay originally. We might eventually get round to scratch building one, but right now this is the nearest I've got, so that's going to be built, and we'll do a video about that as well. What will that involve? Well, of course it will involve scalpels, Stanley knives, files, but it'll also involve glue, and not all glue is created equally. So we're going to look at a range of glues while we build this kit and see what works best. What is the best way to do these things? I don't know. I've only built a couple of wooden cut laser kits, wooden laser cut kits So we'll see how that works. Lastly, I will also want to talk about electrical conductivity and testing, because while I convert my 00 gauge layout from DC to DCC, you can buy gadgets like this one. And this will tell you if you've got power, but what it won't tell you is how much power. And for that, you really do need a multimeter. So we're going to investigate that as well. So there's lots coming up here on the channel, guys. It's a big project moving this 00 gauge layout, which has never been on YouTube before. My N gauge layout has, but not my 00 gauge one. I tend to keep that a bit private, as you know, it's my hobby as opposed to the work, in quotes, of my YouTube channel. So hope you'll join us. Hope you're looking forward to all these videos that are coming up very, very soon. They're all in production at once, and you'll probably get bombarded with notifications if you subscribe. But it's all happening here at St. Blazey Model World. You take care, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye for now.